Setup wise was good. We discussed a bit of posture last week. Again, that's actually a lot better now in terms of your general spine angle. Okay, grip pressure we can't see, but we can see now in this swing. If you look at your goal swing as you go back, your left arm now you can see it's almost sucked into your body there.
Yeah.
It's got nowhere to go. Now your right arm's only got to start pulling back. As you get to sort of your backswing position, now it's all very kind of low and just it's just really hard to get the club up anywhere to go.
Yeah.
Now if we look at this on the right hand side, free up the tension in your arms. Okay, get the arm from the waist. Look at the left arm now in the body. That's actually now working away as an independent thing across your chest there, rather than sort of sticking into your body as you then go to the top of the backswing. Your right arm now can just fold up effectively. Your left arm now and the hands are so much higher. And as the old phrase goes, what goes up can come down. This one here on the left, because you couldn't come down naturally, you'll see now because you start going back, you sort of redirect the golf club a little bit. This is the club now is getting very, very steep. Right shoulder now kind of shoving it and almost trying to bury the club in the ground kind of thing. But because of that movement, nice, the golf club now comes in way towards you and just swipes on the inside. Just clips on the middle there, and again, head down, very tucked. No real movement there from the body whatsoever, okay? Compared now to this, and we can start bringing the golf club down. Arms can just sort of fall freely, okay? So a lot more freedom and movement this way, okay? Now, because of the previous swings, we were unable to hit the ground. This one now comes back down, actually makes contact with the ground a little bit early, okay? But at least you're able to find the ground. Obviously, clips the ground a bit early, and the club then gets a bit twisted as a result of that, and then we come through. But it's a reasonable shot. The ball's flying towards the screen, in the air somewhere, and a bit of a movement through the ball as opposed to, I mean, there's nothing there at all. And if we compared that movement there, and if we just said, okay, right, I took this out of the way so you couldn't see the golf club here, and said, oh, he's throwing the ball to me, you wouldn't see that kind of movement when you threw the ball to me, would you? It was much more kind of, free, just I just stood there, and almost without instinct, almost without thought, based on instinct, you just went, oh, arrows there, they just flung your arm. There was no kind of thought, oh, how do my arms go? You were gripping it loose to start because you've got to let go of it. You hold it nice and loose, your arm's kind of going back and just throwing the ball towards target, okay? There's a lot more freedom in that movement. And I think if we can get that stage where we are looser, more relaxed, allow the arms to control the swing and let the body follow. We haven't really sort of told in any swing, oh, twist your foot up on that toe, then turn your hips, okay? But because your arms are looser and trying to do the correct thing, the body is kind of following and just sort of going round here, round there, and this thing comes up on its toe. It just happens. If everything's locked and stiff and tense and the arms are shrugging in, none of these body parts can really move. And it looks more awkward and you're putting more stress on your body, really, because the club still wants to try and get around there, it's pulling you around. And in some ways the club is swinging you rather than you swinging the golf club. So just sort of summarise on that, get nice and loose with the arms at setup. I would practice where you can, just swing with that left arm. And what we're looking for is kind of a left arm. I'm not saying for 1 second keep your left arm straight, because if I tell someone that, they'll go, and they'll just lock it to submission, okay? The arm needs to be loose and able to move, but if I said to you now, here's a box of biscuits, and I'm to your right of you in the kitchen, hand the biscuits to me, you just go, oh, there you go. And you just turn your chest and move your arms to the person to the side. You wouldn't go and fold them up into your body. So the movements we're trying to make are in effect more natural. Unfortunately, for 99.999% of golfers, when they grab onto a golf club, to get this thing to move up there and back down here doesn't come naturally. And it all stems from that grip and stiffen up. You get locked and tight and you can't move. It's almost like if you're trying to hold it in your arm, like, oh, don't drop it. You're gripping on for dear life and you see your arms shake it, you're probably going to drop it, aren't you? If you're just nice and relaxed and loose, there you go, hand it to somebody, just let the arms create this movement and try the golf ball. If you're down the range and you have 4 or 5 shots that ping off here or go wherever, sit down, have a little rest, grab a drink, get your phone out, put the club away, change clubs, hit the ball 20, 30 yards, do some small little swings, just find a contact, don't just keep bashing the club, because all that ends up happening is, if you're miss-hitting the golf ball, you'll grip it tighter to try harder, and this sort of dropping and shoulder kind of shrugging into it will just happen more and more and more. And all you end up doing is ingraining that fault more and more and more. This is still kind of your habit swing, should we call it, okay? We need to try and get more into this move, which still feels a little bit unorthodox for you, potentially. Obviously, with practice, in some ways, I think, based on a lot of times, if we say to look, at home, take the ball away. Just have a bit of grass on the mat there or whatever, just strike the ground. Find the low point. Use your welcome mat if you're going to have to a bit of grass and dig the lawn up. Get your welcome mat, your door mat, just strike that. You'll see where you'll feel where the club's hit the mat. If you're whacking it way back here, then you know you're too far back, obviously. But
Yeah.
yeah, loosen those arms up.
Okay.
Get the arms that we want to do. Okay, Ben?
Thank you.